Hey everyone! Today we're gonna be doing a website analysis first on this channel, so I'm super excited. I got up at like 5 a.m. and I started scrolling around some different celebrities, their websites and businesses, and I was very excited to take a deeper look at Courtney Cox's website, which is called Home Court, and that's her business for home cleaning and home goodness products. So I'm really excited to take a look and to share with you some of the insights that I found, but also let's see what we're gonna find out together. So here you go. Okay, so at first glance, when you open the website, we see that it has beautiful pictures, amazing images. I love it. I like that thing on the top where it says free shipping on all US orders over $75, which is very like right there. You can see it right away, and it has the agreement for the cookie policy, which is, yeah, we need to do that nowadays. So when we scroll down a little bit, oh, I really love these pictures, and the design of the website is very slick. For me personally, I would love to have some, I don't know, someone a little bit more white space. I like also the website, like if we go to the basics, it loads with HTTPS, which is very important as well. Then we have some more information. I really like the way she explains it. Cleaning is maintenance, home care is transformation. Beautiful pictures. You can see that when you hover on the picture, you can see the different colors. I'm interested to see how that works out on mobile. And yeah, so far it looks very good. Let's go to the shop page. They have quite a big menu on the actual desktop version, which, I mean, they don't have so many products that they need that kind of a huge menu, in my opinion, but it's really something. It depends on the person, their choice. When we scroll down, we see again beautiful images. So far the website looks very nice on desktop. Let's see a product page. Oh, so we have the afterpay option as well, the different colors, switches between the different pictures. I like how the screen is split between the picture and the description, but when you hover over, then you see again the white background of the sticky header, and the header sticks, and scroll downs with you all the way. And you have reviews and questions. No questions so far on this product, but you have reviews that says that they're a verified buyer here, but here no, which is interesting. Let's see the about us section, the our story. Okay, very nice and clean, very clean design. We've done very similar to this one. Let's see the sustainability part. I love the pictures, guys, like all these herbs and beautiful pictures. So here, when we have the absolutely not list, actually, generally I'm not a big fan of pop-ups because they slow down the website, they scare the users, and in this case I believe that they didn't need the pop-up. Honestly, when I click view all, I expected that they're gonna open in the green screen, it's gonna enlarge itself, the background, and then I'm gonna see the other things listed here because it's like few more. So yeah, I don't believe the pop-up is necessary, although when it pops up I really like how everything else is blurred out. So this is beautiful. So they have our packaging, which I really like the how it's explained, and with the drawings. Honestly, I really do feel that between the captions and the body and then the CTA section, you could have a little bit more space between the columns as well, here between cartons and bottles and candles as well, just a little bit more breathing area, because we have it here on our packaging above the heading, but then we don't have it below, which is like, it's a tiny little thing, but still you really need to take care about that consistency. So we're on the FAQ page. Okay, looks very usable. Here it's very useful that you have the menu and you can scroll down there. You can see about home court, yeah, and it scrolls on the different section, which is very useful. So yeah, so far I don't find anything disturbing on the actual desktop, although I really do think that between sections we need a little bit more breathing space, so that I can feel like between this section where home care is explained and then our products, is really too much together, I believe. Let's see it on the GT metrics. It actually says that the grade is B, which is not bad, especially for a ready platform that they, in this case, they use, I believe, Shopify. Yeah, I need to double check. It's definitely not WordPress though. That made me a little sad, but anyhow, there's some interesting insights here. For example, the first one, that it says that it needs a better cache policy. So certain things are not caching very well, that are certain JS files, but also some images. Like for example, this image, for whatever reason, it loads from another place and it's actually not caching, which is not great. But generally the result is not super bad. I'm just going through one real quick. It's interesting that it says avoid CSS import, and actually in this case they use a typekit and the fonts, and that's an external CSS that they're using. That could be also easily fixed, but in general not any real problems. So I believe now we should check it out on mobile, because this is where I have some concerns, to be honest, and I'm very interested to see. So have in mind, I'm looking at it from iPhone 13, so it's a little bit a smaller screen, and also I'm looking at it right now through Safari. Because of my work, I need to have all the major browsers here, so we're gonna check it out on Chrome as well, but first on Safari. Yeah, we have the pop-up, which is great. So here, beautiful pictures. It's a slider, so no issues there. Again, in my opinion, not enough room to breathe. So here the slider is moving a little bit faster than I would expect. Like when I scroll, and if it's not too, pushy on my part, I would expect it to stop on the next picture, instead of just going through one and stopping on whatever. So it's a little bit faster than I would imagine and I would prefer personally. Then we have, yeah, again, a little bit too much, a little bit not enough space for me. So here, okay, so we have the colors. Oh, we don't have them here. They don't pop up. If I touch the image, they pop up. Otherwise, the colors, do you see? Or if I scroll down, but that's when I touch the image. If I touch it here, yes, it shows. So yeah, that's a little weird. It's not weird though. It's normal to work that way, because it's activated on hover, and on mobile and on touch screen you don't actually have a hover. So the hover is the first click normally. So that means that when I click once, I see the colors, but when I click twice, that's when it opens the product, which I believe is not the best way to do it. So this is something that it's a little bit tricky, I believe. So you have sign up for news and exclusives, and you put your email to subscribe, but the checkbox is already checked, which normally, according to GDPR and in Europe, this is a little bit tricky, because you're not supposed to pre-check the checkbox for the user. They need to do it themselves. On the other hand, why wouldn't you put the checkbox? Because the only reason for you to subscribe is generally to get news. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but if we really want to be compliant with GDPR, that's a little bit tricky, to put it this way. And while talking about GDPR, let's try the privacy policy. It's linked here in the footer. Okay, it opens up as a page. It's quite long, as all of them. On the table of contents, honestly, I would put links to the section so that I can scroll easily, but we can go to the bottom of it and we can go to the refund policy. Okay, so this is weird because the refund policy, it actually loads like an empty page, or it could be a PDF. And it doesn't have the menu in the footer, and it's just like a sentence. So why wouldn't you put it on a page so that I can easily go back? Now the only way to go back is to click the back button. So it's weird not to have the top menu and the bottom footer for me to be able as a user to navigate through the website easily. So I can go to the terms of service. Same thing as the refund policy. It seems like a PDF, which is not, I wouldn't recommend that. I would definitely create a page as the privacy policy already is, so that people can navigate more easily. Okay, let's see our story. Okay, so certain websites still like the center alignment of body text. For me, if you have 3 paragraphs as it is here, it's a little bit too much. The reading is not so easy, so I would align everything left so that it's nice and clean and simple, but it's not a mistake or anything. So I didn't actually see the menu, how it works. Okay, so we can go to shop by product. We could go to shop all. I remember I noticed something interesting here. So do you see the filter collection button and the best selling button? So for me, like the drop down, that's a real mess to be able to customize, because every single browser has different preferences about the select field. So there's not much to be done. But before you click on the button, I would definitely create like the best selling button. I would make it a little bit taller so that they're perfectly aligned with the filter collection. Right now the filter collection button is it's taller because it's on, the text is on 2 rows. So I would personally align it. It feels nicer. And this is something interesting. Do you see how we have the sticky header on top, which is the menu and the logo and the cart icon, and then the button with the filters, it sticks, but just for a little bit, and it stops when you go to the product, which is weird. It kind of seems like a bug, or it could be a feature so that they wanted to have the filters all the time, but they don't. And that, to me, that's weird. Honestly, I understand why you want to have the filters stuck on top of your screen. I would expect for it to have, again, to be part of the header in a way, so that it has the background and not just a floating button on top of all your content. And in this case, it doesn't even go anywhere. It just moves like 25 pixels or whatever on my screen, and that's it, which to me is weird. I'm just gonna go to some of the products page to see what is going on there. You see how the picture sometimes disappear? This is weird. This is something that they should take a look at. Could be something because of intro animation or something that they're using, but I noticed that sometimes it does that. So it changes the picture. Do you see now when I change the picture? Yeah, it does that weird thing. Like for me here again, you can see the description. Between the description and the add to cart button and the row below, there's good amount of space, and then you have a line at the bottom and there's the line is like too close to the text. It's like a little bit too much. Do you see it here? Yeah, yet again, it's a little bit crowded. It doesn't create that space that I like. Let's go to the FAQ page. Oh, do you see that? Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, that's not great, guys, because this is overflow. It's really, I really hate it when it happens like that, because it's a really pain to get rid of it, because sometimes it could be the menu, it could be so what it does, this is actually horizontal scroll. That's what it is. So it normally happens when your website thinks that your content thinks, or it's true that your content is longer than the actual screen that I'm looking at the website. So I need to scroll to the left and to the right to be able to see the whole content and read the full text. In this case, that doesn't seem to be the problem, but sometimes because of certain settings, or if you have put some kind of margins, negative margins on the left or to the right, I would never suggest you do that. I would always recommend that you use different settings, like where to place a certain element with a custom layout setting or whatever else, but not using negative left and right margins because of the potential overflow bug that you could have. In this case, I believe that if they put a little bit of padding, just a little bit of padding in each answer, in each question, I believe that may work, that may fix the problem. So yeah, this is something that I believe is weird. Another thing I kind of like is that you can here jump to another section of the FAQ page. But what kind of bugs me is, why do you have jump to in front of each thing in the actual drop down, where you can put the jump to on top of the drop down or next to it, reorganize the page a little bit, do the FAQ title on top, then you have jump to, and then the drop down, which is gonna save you some unwanted cut text that is a little bit weird. Jump to the concierge something, or jump to press and pardon, so in this case I would actually change that. It's a small thing again, but yeah, I would definitely change it. Here in the shop gifts, for me it's weird that I cannot see all the gifts. Can I? No. If I click on the main element in the menu, it opens all the types. When I go to the full collection, it's not all the types of gifts, it's just every single product into one package. So I need to click on all of the other places to be able to see all of the other types of gifts. So this is weird to be, especially for a relatively small shop where it has not so many products. Honestly, one other thing that I was thinking looking at the shop page is that for me, I would put more products on one page, not to split them between two pages. I don't believe it's needed, but yeah, it's not a big deal again. So yeah, I saw that on their FAQ page they do have an email that I can send to them. So I'm definitely gonna try to write to Home Court, see what they think about our feedback and if they're actually gonna answer, and we're gonna check up on them in few weeks and see whether they have fixed some of the issues that we found. I really hope that you found that video interesting and see you next time. Bye!